Hey guys, what's going on? James Daniel here to help make home buying simple in San Pedro, California. And today I have another lender interview, a different lender. We're going to, in the Keller Williams office, there's two different lenders. So Ishmael, who you've seen in past videos, this video we're going to go with Andrianna. She works for the money store, and we are going to go over just the steps of getting a pre-approval, what it is, just to make you feel more comfortable when you are getting ready to buy a home, or just think about buying a home to, get a pre-approval to help you prepare. So let's go ahead and go inside and go interview with Andrianna.
What's going on, guys? I have Andrianna Felando.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. All right. I don't want to get names wrong. People, get mad at me about this. So she is another lender here in the Keller Williams LA Harbor office with the money store. So today, we're going to go over just pre-approvals. So we reached out and, we were trying to get prepared for this and figure out what are some of the things that you as a buyer need to know about a pre-approval. Recently had someone who was kind of hesitant to get one, so I'm like, we need to dive deeper into this. So, I guess we get it started on, what is a pre-approval?
A pre-approval is basically a lender evaluating your credit and your income to see what you would qualify for to purchase a home.
No, definitely, and much needed in this whole process, right?
Yes.
Like, when you're putting in your offer, you need this pre-approval. And it just kind of leads into the next questions I have here. I think it just kind of sets you up to kind of see if you're trying to buy a home where you're at, and then maybe if you're ready, kind of obviously where you're at too. But I mean, if you're not ready, you can kind of see
game plan. I think I'm a big fan of game planning because you don't know until you know. So how do you know what you need to do, or if you're ready now without speaking to a lender to game plan or get pre-approved today, really?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. No, so if someone is like, cool, they've talked to me about pre-approval, I understand what it is, it makes sense. Like, what documentation do they need to give you to get set up for a pre-approval?
I mean, the basics are your ID. You can't sign loan docs without a valid form of ID, so I always like to check that. Your pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements, and then if you're self-employed, tax returns. Of course, there's usually more documentation required, but that's pretty much the basics. And completing your application, so I can run credit, hard pull or soft pull, which I think we're going to discuss in a second.
Definitely go over that. That's some big. No, that definitely helps. So I think that's just kind of the overview of what you would need, obviously. So when you are thinking about getting prepared, make sure you have these pieces of information accessible. And if I think this is probably like the most standard, but there obviously are different things. We're not going to go too deep in today. But
exactly.
You can reach out.
It's situational based.
Yes,
that's a getting started kind of documents that we need.
Cool, awesome. So the next question I have is, how does a buyer's credit score impact their pre-approval? And the second part of this is like, does it mess up? So I think we'll start with the first one first. Is like, how does a credit score impact what pre-approval that you end up getting? So
all different loan programs have different qualifications or guidelines. So we can definitely work with lower credit scores too, but usually the higher the score, the better, and the more programs and options I guess you'd be eligible for. If your credit isn't quite what you think is high enough, you don't know until you speak with a lender. And then if it does happen to be low, there's credit repair specialists we can refer you to, and things we could do to help you boost your score to eventually buy, if that's something you really want to do. And I'm here to help you.
Yeah, that's awesome to definitely know. So I think now the other question is, like, say someone comes in like, I have 850. I want to get a pre-approval, but I don't want to get a pre-approval because it's going to mess up my credit score. Kind of how does that impact? Say they get all the information in and then you have to trying to figure out what the credit score is. What happens after that?
I can't issue a true pre-approval without running credit. So credit is important. A hard pull is only a few points, and then a soft pull, there is an option for a soft pull. It doesn't affect your score in that with the few points, but I have seen scores range 20 points higher, 20 points lower. So I usually recommend a hard pull, but if you really want a soft pull, I'll do a soft pull for you.
Yeah.
Just so that we know truly what your credit score is when qualifying you.
And I think that, I mean, to your point, getting the hard pull, you're able to know sooner than later where you're really at compared to doing a soft pull and then probably have to do another one later and you're like, oh, you're actually this.
Yeah, and the hard pull is good for 4 months.
Oh, okay, good.
So
Good.
it lasts.
Yeah. That's really good to know. Cool, awesome. And then how long does this whole process take? Like if someone gives you their information today, when would they know how much they're approved?
I would say within a couple days. Sometimes it can be a little bit longer, just depending on what I personally have going on. If I have some new escrows, those are gonna jump the line, take priority a little bit, because as it will for you when you're in escrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I usually try and get back to people very quickly because I like information fast. So that's always my goal.
Cool. No, awesome. I think that's perfect. And then I guess the last question I had for you is, does a pre-approval guarantee that they're going to be able to get that home? If they get a pre-approval, they're like, cool, I got $1 million. Like, are they going to be able to? Is that like? Does that pre-approval, I guess, establish, hey, they're going to be able to buy it?
So I would say the answer to that is most likely yes, but it is not a guarantee. If you are pre-approved and then you go out and purchase a car, that's going to change your debt to income ratios and your entire qualification. So there are things that can affect your approval amount. Let's say rates increase, then maybe your approval amount might be reduced slightly. Luckily, we're in a market where they're finally starting to shift lower, so hopefully it would be the opposite. But for them, and we will work together and make sure we're in touch too. Maybe if you get a raise, I can increase your pre-approval amount. So I just like to work closely and make sure we're on the same page. But it isn't a guarantee until you're signed on the dotted line with your loan docs.
And I appreciate that, the time. I hope this helps you guys understand more about the pre-approval process. If you have any questions, I'm going to put her information down below so you can be able to go ahead and reach out to her and get the pre-approval process started. Hope this helps anyone who's on their journey. Once again, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Can't wait till the next video. And take care, you guys. Ciao.
Bye.